right, good morning, everybody. Thank God for the tent, huh? So, thank you for joining us today. This is such an exciting day for Heaven Hill Brands and Bernheim Distillery, but most importantly, it's an exciting day for our neighborhood and our community partners. I am Alan Latz, co-president of Heaven Hill Brands. On behalf of my fellow co-president, Kate Latz, Max Shapira, our executive chairman, Connor O'Driscoll, who's right here, our master distiller, we thank you for joining us today. I'd like to begin by recognizing a few special guests. Welcome Mayor Craig Greenberg. First Lady of Louisville, Rachel Greenberg. It's an honor to have you both with here today. Thank you so much. I think, is Barbara here? Oh, sorry. Oh, Barbara is here. She snuck in. We'd like to recognize Barbara Sexton Smith, Deputy Mayor. It's so great to have you here today. And then we'd also finally like to recognize the many leaders from the community who are doing great work every day to help make our neighborhood thrive. This is a great community. And when we talk about our neighborhood partners, the first thing that comes to mind to us is the pride. It's the pride in the heritage and history of this area. It's the pride in the shared commitment to the residents. And it's the pride in sustaining the vibrant and thriving community that we all live in. Heaven Hill has always strived to be the best neighbor that we could be. And Louisville's California neighborhood has been our distilling home for nearly 25 years now. Today, along with the rest of the Heaven Hill family, I am honored to share the next step our company is taking to support the broader community and specifically the California neighborhood. Our support and the collaboration with our partners will help ensure that this community and this neighborhood thrives for many years to come. Today, we are announcing a unique partnership that we are calling the Heaven Hill Brands Spirited Neighbor Initiative. Under the Spirited Neighbor Initiative, we are investing $800,000 in this community over the next 5 years. We are investing in local nonprofit organizations, a private-public partnership with the city, and we are establishing a formalized way for our nonprofit partners to request funds. All of these partnerships are committed to fostering growth and furthering community here in this neighborhood and across West Louisville and beyond. After listening to our neighbors and speaking with our own employees, we identified 3 pillars of need around the community: education, mental health, and economic development. We then identified 5 key nonprofit partners who already have programs in place that can support us in bringing this initiative to life. As I mentioned, this is a 5-year commitment to them and their missions. They are Change Today, Change Tomorrow. This organization provides services to eradicating the barriers of food injustice and the public health challenges that plague Louisville's Black and other marginalized communities. The Neighborhood House, which provides support ranging from a vital food pantry to programs focused on child development, senior programming for families in West Louisville. AMPS, which provides music education, business services, and technology workforce training to help create self-sufficiency, economic mobility, and equality among the city's Black and brown communities. The Louisville Central Community Center, which provides programs ranging from early childhood education to adult job training and money management to advance equity among Louisville's West End families. And finally, the West End School, which provides rigorous education, character development, and family support to pre-K through 8th grade students and offers housing to alumni who attended the high schools. In addition to our partnerships with the nonprofit organizations I just mentioned, we are taking several steps to improve the infrastructure of the neighborhood that will positively impact the residents moving forward. First, we are happy to announce that Heaven Hill is granting $250,000 to Louisville MSD, and this unique partnership This unique partnership will upgrade the sewer system in the California neighborhood. And actually, I just had an opportunity to walk outside and look at some of the sewer drains right out here that will be upgraded as part of this initiative. So these funds will be used to install, it's called catch basins, which are basins at the grid, and they will help in many areas. It will help with reducing issues surrounding drainage and outdoor odors in the area. So we're very excited for this work and this partnership. So we'd like to thank the mayor along with MSD Director Tony Parrott. Can you stand and be recognized? Brian Bingham, the COO. And MSD Ops Director Damon Talley. They're all here with us today, and we've been partners with you all for 25 years, I guess, as long as we've been here. So I'd also like to thank our Heaven Hill team. Connor O'Driscoll, our master distiller, is leading the effort, along with Abby Long and Rachel Nally from our team. They're over here. Thank you. It's because of all of you that we are able to make things happen, and it will make a big difference, I know. Looking ahead, we're also looking for other ways to make future enhancements, and we are removing an unused building on our property over there to begin in the August timeframe. Hand in hand with that, we are investing $50,000 to plant new trees and shrubs along the roadway and also make our new local elementary school green with trees and shrubs. So I'd like to recognize Keisha Fulton. Are you here? All right, Keisha Fulton, the new principal of Perry Elementary School, just around the corner. So we greatly value the work of the many community organizations and leaders that are our partner, and we'd like to thank you for your passion and commitment for your important work, which, while different for each organization, taken as a whole, can work together to make us a much stronger community. And I'd now like to invite Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg to say a few words. Craig?
Thank you so much, Alan. Rachel and I are so excited to be with you and Kate and the entire Heaven Hill team here today. Rachel and I have had the good fortune to go way back with Kate and Alan, and so to see what they and Heaven Hill have done for this community in so many ways here in the California neighborhood, but also across our entire city, is just amazing. And we just thank you for everything, for being the great corporate citizen that you and Heaven Hill are. I'm so happy to be here at the largest independent family-owned bourbon distillery in the world. That is incredibly impressive. We all know that Heaven Hill produces great bourbon like Elijah Craig and Evan Williams and many other great brands of bourbon and other spirits. And that helps attract, that's great for our city in so many ways, attracting people from around the world to visit the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, which is such an important and growing part of our community. More folks than ever before are coming to Louisville. And as I just alluded to, Heaven Hill is also an amazing corporate citizen. That's why I'm so thrilled to be here, to be joined by Deputy Mayor Barbara Sexton Smith as well in celebrating this historic investment by Heaven Hill in the California neighborhood and being a great neighbor. I also appreciate the broad range of investments in the critical work that MSD is doing as well, and to all of these tremendous nonprofit organizations that are doing great, important work throughout our city. In education, the arts, food justice, music and business instruction, beautifying the neighborhood, supporting children, families, seniors, and so much more. I'm so grateful to all of the leaders of these nonprofit organizations for the work that they do, and grateful to Heaven Hill for recognizing and supporting their work so they can have an even greater impact on the residents of California neighborhood and the residents of our entire city. These investments align really well with what our administration is trying to do with Louisville Metro government, and that's to make our city a safer, stronger, and healthier city. And it's a big part of what we're doing is the work we're doing to reverse the effects of generations of disinvestment in this neighborhood and throughout all of West Louisville. Rachel and I have actually a fairly long history with the California neighborhood. Rachel started her career when she first moved to Louisville as a school teacher at Wheatley Elementary School, just a few blocks away from here, teaching English as a second language. And it's very unfortunate that in those 20 years since Rachel first taught at Wheatley, not nearly enough has been invested in this neighborhood. And so thanks to the work of Heaven Hill and other corporate partners and what we are working to do at Louisville Metro government, we are going to change that. We are going to continue investing in the California neighborhood and other surrounding neighborhoods around there. We are on the cusp. We are on the cusp of some great change and excitement here in West Louisville. We're supporting Norton's West Louisville Hospital, the first in far too long. The Goodwill Opportunity Campus at 28th and Broadway. West Kentucky Street is going to have some new infrastructure thanks to the budget that we just recently passed. We're working to help promote Black entrepreneurs and small businesses and celebrating the opening of new businesses like Black Coffee and Soulful Choices, along with Gore's Smokehouse Barbecue, which I just tried not too long ago in the Row House on 18th Street. We're going to continue to invest in affordable housing. Our administration has invested over $37 million to date, and we're going to continue to work on other housing initiatives like the Revert Initiative, which is working to combat the impact of redlining. We also are very focused on parks, and we recognize that some of our parks, particularly those here in West Louisville, have historically not received the investments that they are due. And so that the people of West Louisville can have as great a parks as the people in East Louisville or as the people who travel to Waterfront Park. And so that's why I'm so proud that the budget that we just passed a few weeks ago makes amazing, significant capital investments in Shawnee Park, Chickasaw Park, Elliott Park, and throughout our entire park system, including $3 million for new pools at Algonquin Park and Camp Taylor Park. Additionally, just a few blocks away is going to be our newest city park, the Alberta Jones Park, on land, yes, which is on land that was donated, thankfully, by MSD and by investments from the Parks Alliance of Louisville, from Louisville Metro government, and other corporate and personal partners. That is going to be a truly world-class park right here in the California neighborhood. We are so excited for all of that. So I just want to conclude by, again, thanking Kate and Alan and everyone at Heaven Hill, and encourage other corporate citizens here in Louisville to follow the lead of Heaven Hill to continue to invest in their neighborhoods. We need more public-private partnerships like this to help support our local nonprofit organizations and help support the neighborhoods that have been overlooked for far too long. We don't have any time to waste. So thank you, Heaven Hill, and I'm so excited about this generous investment. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor Greenberg. You're a great friend, but it's been really just so incredible to watch the impact that you've had on this city in just, the short time that you've been mayor. So congratulations on that. Now I'd like to welcome Dave Christopher to the podium. Dave is the founder and executive director of AMPed, one of our Spirited Neighbor partners, and I had a chance to talk with him, and it's just amazing the impact that a person can have individually on a community if they try. So it's really an inspiration. Would you like to come up, Dave?
So first of all, thank you guys. Anybody that knows me knows I usually don't write a speech, but I was given a time limit. And so I'm going to just start with the speech, and maybe I'll add something in. I think I've got permission. So we are happy to be here with our new partner, Heaven Hill, the mayor, Neighborhood House, Change Today, Change Tomorrow, Louisville Central Community Center, and West End School to be a part of the Spirited Neighbor Initiative. The AMP vision and mission is to build generational wealth for families and entrepreneurs, creating self-sufficiency, economic mobility, and a more equitable society to amplify and accelerate the economic and equity transformation of Black and brown communities. AMPed is a family-oriented ecosystem that emphasizes creativity and self-sustainability through music, education, technology, and business. I founded AMPed in 2014 to provide a safe and productive space for youth to express themselves creatively and to thrive and grow into thriving adults. We realized quickly that to be successful, we had to also support their families and the communities where they live. In 2017, we started the technology training program to assist parents in obtaining living wage jobs in technology. And then in 2021, we launched the first year-long cohort of Russell Technology Business Incubator focused on Black and brown businesses and their success in underserved communities. This year, we hope to break ground on the Russell Technology Training Center, a 3-story technology training center in the Russell neighborhood in partnership with COC Healthcare Workforce Coalition, where we will train and get employed over 400 Black and brown folks with high school diplomas and GEDs. Businesses like Heaven Hill are so important to our overall success of programs like ours. They provide critical financial support and forge partnerships that are meaningful in many ways. We have many AMP participants from the California neighborhood who are and have been engaged in our program. It's just one more way that we can build a multi-year partnership to support the broader mission. It's important to build partnerships like Heaven Hill to further the program and create more opportunities for participants. Partnerships and not charity. Partners like Heaven Hill must have a willingness to invest substantial amounts of funding over extended periods of time to create lasting and impactful positive change. These partnerships can bring about a lasting change in the equity landscape of Louisville, and that's all of Louisville. A rising tide lifts all ships. What's good for West Louisville, Portland, and Newburgh is good for Louisville. Heaven Hill, thank you. Heaven Hills is showing their commitment to that end here today. This work needs all of us investing in the elimination of poverty, because poverty is the disease. Gun violence, murder, crime, addiction are the symptoms. So thank you, Heaven Hill, for your generous gifts, and we all look forward to a continued partnership. And thank you to the other nonprofit leaders here today that are highly engaged in making community better. And I'm gonna just add to this. I'm concerned that people don't understand how big the problem is, how much it takes to make this happen. And so we get into this thing where we believe that if we give you $100,000 or whatever, and we give you a year to do this thing over a problem that's been lasting for centuries. This didn't happen just yesterday. It is not gonna be fixed tomorrow. It's gonna take a lot of partnerships like this that I tell people, when you sit down with me and you're talking about investing, and I say that because we're a business. We have a nonprofit tax status. You don't want us to continuously have our hands out asking you for help. What you want to do is pick organizations and give them enough for them to become self-sustaining so they can continue to do the work. If you look at Black-led nonprofit organizations on the ground are struggling continuously because they do what people do what I call the sprinkling. They give you just enough to fail. And then they wonder why nothing changed. There was a question asked of the city like a year ago, you've invested millions of dollars into West Louisville and nothing has changed. And the person's answer to that was, you didn't ask anything of those people. You tried to make everybody happy by giving everybody a little bit, as opposed to making people do what they say they're going to do. I'm proud to say that AMP gets results. We have kids that have graduated from our program that have gone, a 900% graduation rate, that have gone on to college and are making money doing their music, right? We have people in technology that had high school diplomas and GEDs that went from poverty to jobs paying $45,000 to $65,000 a year. We have businesses like Black Coffee that are now successful because we've been able to support them. That requires a lot of money. It really is about the money. You need to understand that. Thank you.
Thank you, David. The work you all do at AMPed is incredibly inspiring, and we are very much looking forward to working with you and partnering with you. And one thing you said that so resonates about our Spirited Neighbor program is it's not a one-year program. It's not a one-time initiative, but rather committed for the long term. So please remember that today. We are here to support all of our partners for the long term, because we know exactly what you said is true. It does not change overnight. So good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here. A big thank you to everyone for spending time with us today. As Alan said, I'm Kate Latz, co-president of Heaven Hill Brands with Alan. We have many distinguished guests here and critical leaders in the city. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, everyone. And all of you are doing amazing work for our community. Thank you for the support you are giving to us as we announce this important initiative today. Heaven Hill began in 1935, right after the end of Prohibition, by my grandfather and his 4 brothers. Today, Heaven Hill remains, as Craig said, an independent, family-owned, and led company. I'd like to take a moment to recognize my dad, Max Shapira, our fearless executive chairman, who unfortunately isn't with us today, for his ongoing dedication to the business. Since I was young, those values of commitment and dedication were ingrained in me, just as it was in him by his father. Key to this commitment is a passion inherent in everything we do at the company. It was what we at Heaven Hill call our spirited commitment. This shows up in the business in many ways and is fundamental to valuing and supporting the communities in which we operate. It's also the reason we've created our Spirited Neighbor initiative. The goal of Spirited Neighbor, as I said, is a long-term, sustainable commitment to Louisville's West End and California neighborhoods specifically. It's a commitment to nurturing and supporting a thriving and vibrant neighborhood for future generations. As Alan mentioned, one key plank of our Spirited Neighbor initiative is the partnership we are establishing with 5 local organizations already doing tremendous work in your neighborhood. I would like to recognize the leaders of these organizations and ask each of you to join me up on stage to receive a small token of our appreciation. When I call your organization's name, please come up. We have a little gift for you and are going to take a few pictures. I'd like to start with Change Today, Change Tomorrow. Please come join me up on stage. Oh, take it back. All right, first one's always the guinea pig, right? Okay, Neighborhood House. Jennifer, please come on up. Our executive leadership team had the opportunity to spend a day at the Neighborhood House last fall, and it was just a wonderful experience. We helped rake up fall leaves that had fallen and met lots of amazing people. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
David, I need you to come back up. Amped, please, let's recognize you. Louisville Central Community Center.
Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, the West End School, which our children had the privilege of attending the Kentucky Country Day School, which has had a long time partnership with the West End School, and we're excited about Heaven Hill joining in today. Okay, to close out our morning, we have one more exciting initiative to announce. Not only is Heaven Hill excited to continue our support of all of our other long-term partners in the West End and California neighborhood, but also, going forward, we are formalizing a grant request process as part of the Spirited Neighbor initiative. These grants will be made available to both our long-term partners, as well as new organizations. We'll be posting more information about this and how organizations can apply in the next couple of days, and you'll be able to find information on our Spirited Neighbor website, spiritedneighbor.com. So we're really excited about the extension of all that we are announcing here today into new organizations and legacy organizations that we've worked with for many, many years. Today, in the spirit of this initiative, we're excited to announce that our first grant from this program will support the descendants of the California neighborhood. Mary, who I had the opportunity to meet earlier, can you please stand? We are supporting a unique partnership with Mary's organization and Metro United Way to support the youth of the community. Mary is a long-standing and passionate California neighborhood leader, and we value her partnership. Congrats to all that you're doing. To wrap things up, we believe that when individuals and organizations work together towards common goals, we can achieve great things. We are proud to invest in our community, and we look forward to working with our partners to make a positive impact for years to come. We invite you to stick around for a bit this afternoon to enjoy refreshments, and tomorrow we welcome you to come back down here to join our Jam Fest neighborhood festival, which is open to the public right here at our historic Bernheim distillery. There'll be games and activities for the whole family, vendor booths for our community partners, a DJ, and a performance from local organization, and plenty of food. All are welcome, and we hope that you can join us. Thank you again for your time today, and please enjoy the refreshments. Thanks so much.